You gotta be kidding me, man. I am at such a split between the just regular NBA fan and the Celtics fan in me right now because I want to appreciate Jimmy and the guts of Miami in this game, and we'll get to it. But as the Celtics fan, like, can we just make the damn finals already? I'm tired of losing in conference finals. Yeah, there's one more game to go. I will talk about the basketball in a second here. Like, just what the hell, dude? I want to go to the finals. Is it too much? Anyway. Okay, so Jimmy's shot making was nuts. I mean, he had a three with Marcus Smart kind of in his face in the corner. He had one three where the Celtics defense was asleep. It was like basically in transition, even if it was off of a make in the corner. I think Lowry got him that pass and, get back on defense. But also, Jimmy's jump shot was a question after these last couple of games, right? I mean, the Celtics, whether it was going under screens, whether it was drop coverage, giving him pull ups, they weren't dropping. And this game, they were dropping a little bit more. I mean, he had that pull up over Grant Williams where it was a 3-point play. And, the Celtics, they did it again. When I say again, I mean the Grant Williams drop coverage versus Jimmy thing sometimes, which is always just weird to me. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't just switch that. But there were times where, late it was Horford who was hedging or showing or whatever, or just dropping and then going back to Jimmy. When Jimmy was screening for Oladipo, Jimmy got a little bit of daylight and he took Al off the dribble, and I think he just finished inside on that one. There was that one where Derek White was showing on the screen, but Jimmy just had so much of a runway because they set the screen higher a little bit that he was able to get inside, and I think that was also a layup around Al. He just had an answer for every single coverage the Celtics threw at him in this game, whether it was you're giving me the pull-up, I'm going to take it. You're playing aggressive, I'm going to get by you. I mean, this all sounds really simple, but, I mean, the Celtics defense has bothered a lot of teams, so it's easier said than done, but, man, you combine that with, Oladipo had a ridiculous three at the top of the key over Time Lord. You had Strus making a couple crazy ones, including one where Jimmy had like four Celtics following him into the corner, and, he got that one to Strus. And then on the other end, so in that fourth quarter, Miami's defense was pretty determined to have one guy kind of planted at the free throw line at all times. The Celtics had somebody in the dunker spot for a good amount of those fourth quarter possessions. I will have to go back and look at the fourth quarter a little bit, but it did seem like that combined with the switching that Miami was doing, it did force the Celtics offense into some mud. And yeah, there were times where it was Tatum screening for Derek White, and then it's a kick out to Horford, or that one with Derek White in the corner where it was kind of a trap on Tatum, and then Lowry sort of tried to steal the pass from Horford to White in the corner rather than, I don't know, not doing that, I guess. But there were also times where the Celtics are dribbling into traffic, or there was that one play where they tried so hard to get a Tatum switch when he screened for Marcus that the whole shot clock went down to like 4 seconds, and Marcus just had to take a bad three with, I think, like no passes on the possession at all. The Celtics fan in me is like, well, this sucks. The impartial NBA fan in me is like, well, that was a great playoff game. And maybe game 6 will be the same way as well. I mean, or game 7, whatever. I'm all over the place right now. One thing I did notice, I felt like Time Lord didn't play a whole lot in the fourth quarter. And with the amount of possessions where Miami was basically forming a wall at the free throw line and the Celtics had somebody in the dunker spot, I mean, if you have Time Lord in that spot, then that can be something. But, I mean, you have to have Tatum and Jalen. You have to have Horford. Derek White was awesome in the fourth, so, you're not complaining for having him in there. And so then if you're Ime, it's like, well, am I pulling Marcus Smart for the sake of Time Lord or whatever? It's tough in the moment to make the decision. And, again, Derek White was great, so I don't know what all that meant. And now for game 7, I am thinking, what am I thinking? If you're the Celtics, are you going back to drop coverage and going under screens and just seeing if Miami makes shots and then adjusting from there, whether it's switching, whether it is hedging or whatever? I mean, not all of this was very successful against Jimmy in this one. So I do not know, man. But now the Celtics will once again have to prove what they're really made of and all those cliches on the road. If they lose this series, I'm just like not going to be okay. There's no other way to put it. Again, kudos to Miami. Hell of a performance.